Well, before you can get to work any day, there's always maintenance. You got to start with, checking fluids, greasing things up, fueling up, all that kind of stuff. And that's where we're at right now. And let me tell you, it's painful, especially with the prices of diesel. So there's all our fuel cans. We've been going around fueling stuff up. We got to put a few cans here in the dozer. And next time we go to town, refill all that. Eventually I'll get set up with red diesel, which is your off-road diesel, and it's not taxed as much, or maybe it's not taxed at all, I don't know. But it is cheaper. Same diesel, it just has a red dye on it to say it's not taxed and for off-road use only, which is basically, your heavy equipment and stuff. That's a cheaper option and a much better way to go, but I've got to get a big diesel tank and everything, and really I don't want to do that until I'm out here full time, just because to me, leaving a big tank of diesel around is just something else for somebody to come around and steal. So that's where we're at on that. Let's get this thing fueled up. One thing I do dislike about diesel is that it's got oil in it, and that makes it real sticky. What I mean by that is it sticks to everything. You can hold this up and it'll drip for days, it seems like, because it doesn't just come right off. So it's impossible to fill anything with diesel without getting it on your hands, because like I say, it just takes forever to get it off of anything. Then it's just a matter of letting it drain. No real science to fueling things up. Just one of those things that's got to be done. This thing's actually pretty good on fuel. I don't remember the last time I put fuel in it. It's been a while, and I still got a quarter tank showing. I think 5 gallons, I think, is, I don't know if that's 1/8 of a tank or 1/4 of a tank. I don't remember. It's a decent sized tank, but it does last a long way. This thing will run all day on, I don't know, maybe 5 gallons of fuel. It'll run all day. It does pretty good. The excavator, it doesn't do as good. I mean, it's got a big 8-cylinder diesel engine in it, and it uses a little more fuel, but still decent. But it's got like a 85-gallon fuel tank, so it takes a lot more to fill it. I put 20 gallons in it yesterday, and that didn't even wasn't even a 1/4 of a tank. Just under a 1/4 of a tank for 20 gallons. So, well, I just said it was an 85-gallon tank, so you do the math. I try not to do math in public. It can be embarrassing. The road I'm working on is looking pretty good. I don't know how well you can see that on the camera, but you know, from here I can see the elevation change on it. It's climbing. Still got a long way to go to reach the top. I think about the bottom quarter is already up to the level of the road, but the last quarter takes the most dirt, so gonna be a while, but we just keep at it. Supposed to get some rain tonight into tomorrow. See how that goes. That may shut us down for a few days if it's too wet. We'll see. But it also can help because getting that dirt wet a little bit helps with compaction. So I've been tracking it in and compacting primarily with the dozer, and that works fairly good. But if we get a little more moisture in it, I may run the actual compactor over it and see what that does. I put in 20 gallons of diesel, and our gauge is 15/16, just a little over. There it is, just a little over 15/16. Of course, you can see the fuel right there, so it's close to full. So I estimate this tank is around between, I don't know, 30-35 gallons, somewhere in there. So it holds some diesel. Well, it started raining, so I figured I guess I'll take advantage of the moisture and run the compactor over this. Can't hurt. Packing it in a little better. Well, we had a little bit of a storm dump on us. Popped up about 4 hours ahead of schedule, so I'm soaked. Ain't complaining about the rain, but man, did it get me. Anyway, rain is a good thing, right? All right. So that came down quick in a downpour. It started out just as like a light rain, and figured, oh, let me run the compactor, take advantage of the moisture in the soil. Next thing I knew, man, it opened up and was coming down sideways. Of course, now I see that in my exit from the compactor, I somehow left the light on, and here comes more rain. So need to get down there and turn that thing off and get out of this rain. Of course, I'm already soaked anyway, so how bad can it be, right? But here's the road I'm working on, and you can see where the rain actually washed some of that out already. Along the side there's a little wash, and up at the top. So I mean, that's how fast it came down. A little bit washed into here. That's crazy. That's the problem with this rain. I can't even get this job done and set up and able to deal with the rain before it's already washing out my work. That's why this erosion is so bad, because it doesn't just sprinkle. It, when it rains, it pours. You can see my light on there. I didn't even know them lights worked. Now I got to figure out how to turn them off. Fun. All right, let me get this done and get out of the rain. Yeah, I forgot to turn the power switch off. That's the easiest way to kill them lights. I didn't even have to look for the darn light switch. I just turned off the power. Yeah, simple. But when the rain's coming down sideways and you want to get out of it, you just shut her down and jump and run, and that's pretty much what I did. And neglected to turn off the power switch. But we got her. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to rain for another 4 hours. And this thing just popped up. I saw the clouds coming and saw they was pretty gray and thought, man, we might get some rain. And then it started sprinkling. So I said, oh, let me jump on the compactor, try to put in a little compaction on this, take advantage of the moisture. It was coming down nice and steady. Everything was going good till it wasn't. And it started coming down sideways. Man, it poured. So that's gonna shut down the job for a bit because can't work in the mud. Now we're supposed to get more rain between now and tomorrow, so hopefully it doesn't come down like crazy like that, because rather not do damage. Yeah, it's a bit of a thunderstorm. Crazy. See how much rain we got. I'll come up here, check the rain gauge, see if it was even anything significant. Came down so fast. That was the problem. Yeah. Well, looks like about a half inch of rain in a few minutes. Let's get out of this. It's coming some more.